Who doesn't love a good cheap fragrance that's going to give you 7 to 8 plus hours, smell great, and be very versatile? You can wear it in a lot of situations. You can wear it on your day off. You can wear it to work. You can wear it to events. Everybody loves a good versatile cheapie, right? Especially one that's long lasting. Well, in this video, I've got 10 of them for you. So stay tuned. So starting off with the first one, now that it's starting to get a bit more mild in the temperature, it's really time to bust this one out. Don't get me wrong, you can wear it in the summer. I just find it suits the fall, winter, and spring a whole lot better. It's from Abercrombie and Fitch. It's First Instinct Extreme. The spiciest, the muskiest, and of course, the most powerful in the First Instinct line. Oh man, you definitely smell that crisp melon gin and tonic DNA from the original, which is actually my scent of the day today. I was talking about it in a recent video, smelled it, and was itching to wear it. And this is definitely the one for the fall time, for sure. It's still pretty hot over here in South Texas. There are days when I'm able to wear this for sure, but I'm still able to wear the regular Eau de Toilette, the freshest one as well. But with this one, this is easy 9-hour fragrance on my skin. Everything's subject to change from your skin to my skin. It's different for everyone. For me, I tend to have oily skin, so I tend to get pretty good performance from most of these fragrances. And First Instinct Extreme is absolutely one of those fragrances that does very well on my skin. Projection's pretty heavy in the first 2.5 hours or so. And like I said, I get about 9 hours with it, and you can find them at the rack stores, 20 bucks for 50 mls, under 30, 25, 30 for 100 mls. Online, they're around $30 as well. Great bang for your buck. Don't just think it's a super youthful fragrance because it's from Abercrombie and Fitch. This line is fantastic through and through, and that's First Instinct Extreme. Next, this is definitely one of my favorite fragrances released for 2020, and definitely one of my favorite cheap fragrances for sure. The performance is not next level, but it's bordering beast mode on my skin. I do get 8 to 9 hours off of my skin, and it does project pretty well for the first 3 hours. And you can find bottles for around $30 online. It's from Salvatore Ferragamo. Ferragamo. Blue fragrance with some green aspects to it. A lot of violet leaf. Oh man, it just smells great, and it's a do-it-all. You can absolutely do it all with this fragrance. Dressed up, dressed down, it don't matter. Every season. In the winter, just spray it a little bit heavier. In the summer, just spray it a little bit lighter. And the price is right. It's right around $30. I've talked about it many times over the last few months because I think this is a fantastic fragrance and more people need to check it out. Is it a groundbreaking DNA? No. Is it extremely versatile and pretty long lasting? Yes. And that's what this video is all about. And this falls right into that category with Ferragamo from Salvatore Ferragamo. Next is one that's been around the block a time or two on YouTube. This is kind of going in the cheapie Hall of Fame one of these days, if there was such a thing, because a lot of people really enjoy this fragrance. I get about, same, right in that realm of 8 to 9 hours on my skin, and you can get a 50 ml from around 20 at the rack stores, and then a 75 ml under 25, usually around 20 online. It's from Mont Blanc. It's probably their most popular fragrance. Individuel. Some good stuff right here. The raspberry, very prominent, very clean. The chocolate in it kind of stands out a little bit in the heart and dry down for me. And it's very, very powerful. You don't need to spray super heavy with this one. It is easy to go anosmic to. After a few hours, you'll think it's gone. You'll walk by somebody and they'll make a comment. Telling you, this stuff's a lot more powerful than people give it credit for these days. They used to give older bottles the credit for the performance, but the newer bottles do the same. I smell it floating in the air. Very, very loud fragrance. I would say 5 to 6 sprays is all you're going to need, and then if you feel the need to refresh later on, which you really don't need to, 3 or 4 sprays will be plenty. Definitely, on my skin at least, bordering a screamer. This stuff projects pretty heavy, and like I said, I get a full work day out of it every time I wear it, and it's super cheap. Next, an oldie but a goodie that still performs very, very well on my skin. Still an 8+ hour fragrance, very loud up top, It's a barbershop fragrance at its finest, and you know those are very versatile. It's from Azzaro, the original Pour Homme. Azzaro Pour Homme. If you like a good barbershop style fragrance that features a lot of spice. Oh man, there's two genres I really enjoy, spicy and aromatic. This is all of that. Super cheap. You know, 60 ml like this, sub $20, like $15 range. 100 mLs you can find around 20 bucks. It's a classic manly fragrance. You know, it's masculine without being too masculine. And it still performs. 2 hours of very strong projection, 8 to 9 hours on my skin. And this is obviously a relatively new bottle. It's, you know, a couple years old. I don't wear it all the time, but when I'm in the mood, whew, man, this stuff never disappoints. It's still an attractive scent to most people. It still draws attention, positive attention. And you're just going to smell put together, you know, is a way to do it. You can wear this casually. Don't think you have to dress this up. And of course it dresses up very well, and it's a fantastic work fragrance. Light on the sprays in the summer. You can go heavy as you want the rest of the year. Subject to choking yourself out if you go too heavy, but another fantastic, versatile, long-lasting, cheap fragrance. Azzaro Pour Homme. Now, since this came out, this is definitely my favorite in the Eternity line from Calvin Klein. It was my #1 in spring. It made my fall list as well. It'll probably make my #1 in spring again. It's Calvin Klein Eternity Eau de Parfum. This stuff is fantastic. Very green, herbaceous. The cypress is very prominent. It still smells like Eternity, but a deeper, richer, fuller Eternity, and it definitely performs a lot better. It's not, I don't find it to be as aromatic as the Eau de Toilette. I do have a bottle of the Eau de Toilette. This is definitely richer and fuller. The dark green color of the juice is very fitting because it's a very green smelling fragrance, but it's definitely one that you can just put on your dresser. If you're the kind of guy that just has one fragrance, you can put this on your dresser and grab it for everything. Grab it when you wake up in the morning before you go to work. Grab it in the morning before you leave the house on your day off. Grab it before you go to dinner. Don't matter, it's going to work year round too. You can wear this summer, spring, fall, winter. Doesn't matter, and it's definitely in the cheap realm. It's below $30, whether you get a full presentation or a tester, and it's worth every single one of those $30, I can assure you. It's not mature smelling. It's modernized for a classic. In my opinion, the best version of Eternity. And that's Eternity Eau de Parfum. Next, I urge you, if you can find this one at the rack stores, don't let it slip by, because in my opinion, it's the best fragrance from Michael Kors for men. I do like the original, Extreme Speed, all these different fragrances. They're all good, but in my opinion, Extreme Blue is the one to get. This is the best one. This is the most versatile. This one projects the best off of my skin, and this is easily a 9-hour fragrance on my skin as well. Oh man, very creamy, very rich, has a freshness up top, but is strong enough to where you can wear this year round. This can be a signature scent for you. Day off, work, it don't matter. To dinner, it's got a good compliment factor on it. People are gonna like the way you smell. You're not gonna offend anybody with Extreme Blue. Big 4-ounce bottle like this is gonna run you $30 at the rack stores. They have smaller bottle sizes that are obviously cheaper. I used to have a 40 milliliter bottle, which you can find those for around $18.99, $17.99 or $18.99 is what they usually go for at the rack stores. This is a gem from Michael Kors. Cap doesn't hold worth a crap. And the atomizer tends to leak. When you spray it, it'll drip down. But you know what? That really doesn't matter. As long as it smells good, it performs, and you don't have to spend a bunch of money, it's all that really should matter anyway, right? That's definitely the case with Michael Kors Extreme Blue. Don't let the name blue make you think it's just another blue fragrance. It's definitely in the genre. It's more in the light blue genre, where it's much, much fresher than your standard blue fragrance. Must have, in my opinion. Michael Kors Extreme Blue. Next, this has been featured many times, and it falls right into one of these videos because mid-30s, you can have a 100 milliliter bottle. And you absolutely should. You can actually get bottles from Kingdom Fragrances, which is always linked below if you want to check it out. Right around 36 bucks, if I remember correctly, for a 100 milliliter of Hugo Boss bottled intense Eau de Parfum. Probably the darling of this fall. You know, it's been in a lot of people's videos. It's been in a few of mine. And for good reason. Fans of the original Boss bottled, this is the best version. I have not tried the new eau de parfum as of yet. I will at some point. I'm sure I'll end up with a bottle as I try to get most of the Boss Bottled flankers because I love the house and I absolutely love the Boss Bottled line. But in my opinion, until proven otherwise, this is the best Boss Bottled fragrance you can get your hands on from a scent profile and performance standpoint versus the price. Very hard to beat. I have not tried Boss Bottled Oud. Some of you are thinking, ooh, the Oud. I've heard that's really good too. There's still several I don't have, but there are several I do have. And of the, I don't know, 6 or 7 versions of Boss Bottled I have, in my opinion, this is definitely the best one. Easily 8 to 10 hour fragrance. 8 is bare minimum with this fragrance, and it projects very well for the first 2 to 3 hours. Compliment factor is high. Ladies like the way this smells. Get your hands on a bottle if you haven't already. Boss Bottled Intense EDP. Now, in my opinion, this is one of the safer fragrances you can get your hands on. Not every fragrance is for everyone, but definitely one that I preach if you're looking for something safe to get your hands on that's going to be long lasting and work in every situation. It's pretty hard to beat Burberry Touch. This stuff just works. It does. Yeah, it's not for everybody. If you don't like a powdery fragrance, this is definitely a little powdery, but not overly powdery. And the violet leaf really adds something to it. It gives it some more character. There's a little bit of orange up top, some woods in the base, but that violet leaf and that little bit of powder is really what gives it the character and makes it a different fragrance. Great for a t-shirt, great for an Oxford, great for a suit. It don't matter. All 4 seasons. Very versatile, very long lasting. Not, 12 hours long lasting, but 7, 8, 9 hours depending on your skin. Definitely get you through a standard work day. Those of you that are working 12-hour shifts, maybe not so much. Maybe keep it with you to refresh. But definitely versatility is a strong suit when it comes to Burberry Touch. It's one that can do pretty much anything for you. This is another one you can just sit it on your dresser and grab it for every situation. You'll definitely smell good and it'll definitely last on your skin. That's Burberry Touch. Next is one that doesn't really get talked about a whole lot. Not everybody's a fan, but I'm definitely a fan. A lot of people like the original Issey Miyake Pour Homme. Well, this makes it a bit more powerful, richens and darkens it up with some incense and some papyrus, and it's definitely an 8 to 10 hour fragrance on my skin. It's the Intense Pour Homme. Still very easy to get your hands on for a very good price. $25 or less for a 4.2 ounce bottle like this. Oh man, I love the way this smells. I don't have anything else that smells like this. Is it going to be for everybody? No. Do I think it can do it all? Absolutely. Definitely dark and strong enough for the cold. That incense really jumps out early on. But citrusy and light enough to still work in the summer without being too cloying. Maybe just 2-3 sprays. But you can definitely go a bit heavier as it gets colder. 25 bucks for a 125 milliliter bottle. Big old bottle like this. 75 ml, under 20. I want to say right around $16 is what you can get them for online. This is absolutely worth owning, and one that, because I have so many, I like to wear this in the winter time because it's a good fresh fragrance for the winter time. That's not too fresh, but it's not too dark at the same time. It's a nice happy medium. Definitely versatile. Works in every situation. It's very long lasting and works year round. Issey Miyake Pour Homme Intense. Not one that a lot of people talk about, and that's very unfortunate because it's a very good fragrance. And last but most certainly not least, I actually did a full review last year on this fragrance. I'll put that video right there if you want to check it out. It's from Dunhill. It's the original Desire. 7 to 8 hours, nothing beast mode, but definitely get you through a work day for sure. Pretty long lasting. When you're getting past the 6 hour mark, you're getting into the long lasting territory. And this is a fragrance that kind of stands on its own. It's woody, it's got some vanilla going for it. Very, very versatile fragrance. Works well with a t-shirt, works well with polo shirts, Oxfords, dress shirts, whatever. It just works. Good date night fragrance even. Compliment factor is pretty good. Not a super projector, but definitely long lasting. Like I said, 7 to 8 hour fragrance. Cheap. 20 bucks will get you a big 100 milliliter bottle like this. And who doesn't love that concave design for the Desire bottles? Always have. That's a little gimmicky, but still gives it a little character. But it's not really about the bottle as much as it's about the juice. Definitely one I haven't talked about in a while, one that I haven't worn in a while, that I'm going to leave on my desk and I'll be wearing in the upcoming days. Because I definitely love the way this one smells. This is a very, very good fragrance. Not a hidden gem, because people know about it, but it just doesn't really get talked about much anymore, because it's been around for a long time now. But definitely still worth having, definitely still performs, and will work in every situation for you. Dunhill Desire. Well guys, that's my 10, and until next time, do me a real quick favor, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Do appreciate all the feedback. I love hearing from you guys. How many of these do you have already? How many of these do you still need to try? I'm telling you what, a lot of these are dumb reach is kind of the term in the fragrance world, and these definitely fall into that. These are grab and go. Just put it on the corner of your dresser if you're a one fragrance guy, and it can do everything for you, and you know it's going to last long enough to get through your day. These definitely fit the bill. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on any of these 10 and you give them a spray now, who knows? You might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.